Every morning, without even thinking about it, billions of people sit down for breakfast. It feels so ordinary that we rarely stop to ask how any of this is actually possible. Because feeding a single family is difficult. Feeding a city is extraordinary. But feeding more than 8 billion people every single day should be impossible. Every meal begins long before it reaches your table. In fact, your breakfast may have started months ago. Inside a field hundreds or even thousands of kilometers away. But a farm alone cannot feed a civilization. Because every farm depends on hundreds of other systems working perfectly together. Fuel, fertilizer, water, satellites, roads, ports, ships, data. What looks like a simple breakfast is actually one of the most complex operations on Earth. For most of human history, growing more food wasn't simply a matter of planting more crops. The real problem was hidden inside the soil itself. Plants need nitrogen to grow. But although nearly 80% of Earth's atmosphere is made of nitrogen, plants can't use it. Humanity was surrounded by nitrogen and starving because it couldn't reach it. Until two scientists found a way to pull fertilizer out of thin air. That discovery changed the fate of humanity forever. Today, scientists estimate that nearly half of all people alive exist because of that single breakthrough. But producing food is only the beginning of the story. Because food doesn't feed people where it's grown. It must travel across roads, through ports, over oceans, into warehouses, and finally, onto your table. But the real miracle isn't that food travels. It's that billions of deliveries happen, almost exactly when they're needed. Every hour, every minute, every second. Thousands of independent decisions must happen in perfect sequence. And if just one part of this invisible machine stops, you might imagine that somewhere there must be a room where someone oversees all of this. A giant control center, coordinating every truck, every ship, every supermarket. But that room doesn't exist. No government controls it. No company controls it. No computer controls it. Instead, billions of independent decisions somehow become one synchronized system. So how can a system this enormous work without anyone controlling it? Because every person inside it knows only a tiny part of the whole. The farmer doesn't need to know where the bread will be sold. The truck driver doesn't know who will eat it. The supermarket doesn't know where the wheat was planted. Each one simply solves the problem directly in front of them. And somehow, millions of small decisions become one of the most sophisticated systems humanity has ever created. Not because anyone designed every movement, but because the system learned to organize itself. Systems like this don't have to fail completely to change millions of lives. Sometimes, all it takes is one small interruption, one missing shipment, one delayed vessel, one factory waiting for parts that never arrive. The machine doesn't collapse overnight. it slows. And when a machine that feeds billions slows, the entire world begins to feel it. Then, something unusual began to happen. Not everywhere, just enough for people to notice. Some products simply weren't there anymore. Deliveries arrived late. Factories started waiting. For the first time in decades, the invisible machine was no longer perfectly synchronized. Then came March 2020. Within just a few weeks, billions of routines changed. Borders closed. Factories stopped. Ports slowed. Entire supply chains were forced to improvise. The world didn't run out of food. It ran out of synchronization. But history has taught us something remarkable. Every time this machine is tested, it learns. Warehouses became smarter. Ships became more connected. Farmers gained access to data that previous generations could never imagine. Satellites now monitor crops from space. Artificial intelligence predicts harvests before they're collected. Algorithms can identify disruptions before humans even notice them. The invisible machine is becoming more resilient, because every crisis leaves behind a lesson. But one question still remains. Can this machine keep feeding a planet that is still growing, still changing, and becoming more unpredictable every year? It's tempting to believe that this machine is built from steel. Ships, roads, and warehouses. But none of those things are what truly keep it alive. Every morning, you trust a farmer you've never met. You trust the mechanic who repaired the truck, the driver transporting your food, the crane operator unloading the cargo, the warehouse worker preparing the shipment. None of them knows you, and you'll probably never know them. Yet every single day, billions of strangers cooperate without ever speaking to one another. Maybe the greatest invention in human history was never the engine, or electricity, or the container ship. Maybe the greatest invention wasn't a machine at all. It was the ability of complete strangers to trust one another. Every day, this invisible machine feeds more than 8 billion people. But tomorrow, it will have to feed even more. More people, less farmland, more extreme weather, more uncertainty. The challenge is no longer producing enough food. It's producing it without exhausting the planet that makes it possible. The next chapter of this machine won't be written by one invention. It will be written by billions of decisions, made every single day. Tomorrow morning, you'll probably wake up, walk into your kitchen, and prepare breakfast. Nothing about that moment will seem extraordinary. And that's exactly what makes it extraordinary. Because before that first bite reached your table, someone planted a seed. Someone predicted the weather. Someone repaired a machine. Someone loaded a truck. Someone crossed an ocean. Someone stacked a shelf. Most of them will never know your name. You'll never know theirs. Yet every sunrise, they help feed the world. We often think civilization is held together by governments or corporations or technology. But every single day, civilization survives because millions of ordinary people do extraordinary things for people they'll never meet. The world was never ordinary. We just hadn't learned how to see it.